Welcome back in, everybody. Golf Talk Radio with Mike Milley. Don't forget our podcast, which is posted weekly from our live radio shows, sponsored by Peter Millar. You can get free shipping and a complimentary hat next time you visit petermillar.com/golf talk. That's petermillar.com/golf talk. That's MILLAR.com/golf talk. Great performance shirts, pants, shorts, you name it. Peter Millar, high quality, and especially important for guys, you don't have to iron the clothes. They never need ironing. Ever.
I want those.
Aren't those? Isn't that cool?
That's amazing.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
I wore the shirt the whole
I had to iron
time
this shirt this morning.
Did
It's
you?
already wrinkled.
It looks kind of wrinkly.
Yay. That's why it's a radio show.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly.
Are you wearing your pants today? Five pocket pants.
Pocket pants, man.
That's sort of cool.
They're comfy.
And if you happen to be in Savannah, they've got a Peter Millar store
So
right.
Did you go
on.
into the Peter
Of
Millar?
course, man. Beautiful.
Nice.
And it was air conditioned. You had to get every few feet. You had to go into a cooler room. But nice clothes, and I was wearing my shirt.
Were you?
Yeah, I was. How cool is that?
Did they
No one
comment on it?
noticed. No,
No one
hey.
noticed.
I'm like, hey, hi everyone.
Look at me.
It's me over
Hey.
here. So we just had the pleasure of talking with Amelia McKee from Spring, Texas, and from Paso Robles, and visiting here and listening to her great career. And that was awesome. Thank you again.
Thank you.
And now I have the pleasure of speaking to Owen Avrit. Owen, how's your summer going so far, buddy?
Going great.
Has it been going pretty good? Because I know you came off of a very successful high school at the end of this year. You had a great high school career, right?
Yeah.
This year. Your team undefeated still since you've been there. So it's your third year and you're undefeated.
Yeah, I think that's grand total is 6 years in a row.
It's been 6 years now? Eagles, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. 6 years in a row. And how's it look for next year? Because you're going to be a senior next year, right?
It's looking great.
Looking good?
Yeah.
All right. Owen's a very humble man, and so some of his answers might seem more humble than he doesn't give himself enough credit. Matter of fact, he hits a perfect and goes, I don't know about that one. Missed it by an inch. What am I doing wrong, Coach?
That seems to be the characteristics, though, of a great player.
He flashes it. Like,
Seriously.
I don't know.
Because I know that
He's getting better.
Jack does the same thing.
Jack's 10 times worse.
Do you do that, Amelia? Do you feel like
Jack's
that?
not even close, man.
Do you do the same thing? Do you think?
As Jack?
No, like
No,
is when you're hitting shots.
Oh,
like,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You can always get better.
Jack shot 65 and sent me a video. What am I doing wrong?
He always throws his
Right off of 65. He sends me a video. What am I doing wrong here? I said, dude, you shot 65.
Wow.
You're not doing much wrong. Well, I only hit 7 fairways and so whatever. Love Jack, too. Owen's not quite that bad, but he's so good that I can't tell the mistakes. Obviously, I'm not feeling the shot you're feeling, but I sure can see it, and it doesn't look bad. But anyways, great high school session. You just started off the summer. I know you've been playing a lot of tournaments, right? A lot.
Yeah.
And which is neat because I always look for you, and you're always gone. So I miss you.
I miss you.
All right, man. But so 3 weeks ago, you were in the International Futures Golf Tour. Is that right?
It was like
Did I say it right?
a little less than 2 weeks ago.
International Future Golf Tour?
Future Champions Golf.
Whew, I wasn't even close.
International.
International Future Champions Golf.
Future Champions Golf.
Wow.
International.
It's a big event. 165 young people, and they were playing out. You were playing down in Sequan,
Yeah.
which is. Do you remember when we were in Sequan?
Yeah, I do.
And when Owen was 6 years old, we went down to Girl Junior Worlds. He came in third in the world at 6. So he was down at Sequan and played 165 kids and ended up tied for first. And
Wow.
so there had to be a playoff, and there was a
Okay.
playoff between the USA, which is Owen, Philippines, correct, and Taiwan or Thailand. Thailand. So they have Thailand, the Philippines, and USA.
And this is individual.
They're playing against each other, but
Yeah,
so
I think there was 37 countries represented.
37 countries, 165 kids. So I'm getting a play-by. My phone's smoking now, and it would have cost tens of thousands of dollars on my old phone. But because we were getting a play-by-play, literally, which was exciting. And I was traveling, so I was trying to stay on, and I'm traveling. But it went to a 5-hole playoff. They went 5 holes in the playoff.
Wow.
And guess who won?
Dun, 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 dun.
Da-da-da-da. Big old trophy.
Yeah.
Big trophy. Almost the size of your little brother. But tell us how that had to be so exciting. And we talked yesterday, but you had a chance to win on all 5 of those holes. You were putting to win all 5 times, right?
Yeah.
How does that get on your nerves? Not nerve. How do you get in your psyche when you don't win on 4 of those? How do you stay solid?
Well, like just going into that week because, I mean, I really enjoy this golf course. It's really fun. The greens were not in that great a condition, and there was no guarantees on any putts. So
you could hit a perfect putt and miss.
Yeah. And I just went into the week knowing that I'm not gonna make everything that I think I probably should, and because the greens weren't in that great a condition, that's why the scores weren't extremely low. They were just kind of low.
But you were under par, were you not?
Yeah, I was 1 under.
Yeah.
For the few days.
Kind of like the U.S. Open, man.
Yeah, but it was just because the greens didn't allow for people to make that many putts, no matter how many greens they hit. But so I just went into the week knowing that even putts that didn't seem that hard, if I miss them, it's
what it was.
I
know Philippines. If I'm right, Philippines was out pretty quick. Right?
Thailand
was out quick. So the Philippines one over took you to the 5th hole.
He bogeyed the first hole. And then
Thailand was gone.
Philippines and I, we parred the first hole, and I had like a 10-footer to win and left it just short. And then the second hole.
Is it single hole elimination?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like a pack. It's not like a three
it was sudden death. And then the second hole, I have like a 6-footer to win for birdie, and it lips out like 180.
You had a short. Was that your short putt? You had one of them was pretty short.
I had another short one.
Go on. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Then the third hole, I had like a 15-footer to win, and I left it right in the jaws again. And then the fourth hole, the 4th playoff hole, I had like this 5-footer to win, and I mean, there were just no gimmies on that golf course. So
I saw that video.
Yeah.
But you kept it together because oh man, how many chances does one get?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that. I'm not in your shoes, right? But then because I was going crazy. I mean, I'm too old for this.
Yeah.
I'm 3,000 miles away. I'm going, no, oh my God, what's happening? And his dad's going, and your dad followed you so much, he blew, the boot he's wearing? He's got a broken foot.
Yeah.
And he blew it right out. He tore the complete bottom of that shoe off. It was full of grass. He held up a picture, it was like a divot stuck in the bottom of his foot because they walk so much. I mean, he walked.
That's awesome.
So how did it feel when finally that putt dropped and you were the champion? Did it feel...
Well, were
you tired? Were you excited?
The half-inch putt was pretty
Oh, was that half-incher to win?
But,
did you line it up?
Well, no. Well, the way the last hole
I didn't know that.
It was a par 5 that they turned into a par 4 for the week, so they moved the tees up. And I hit my drive. I was just driving the ball great. I hit every fairway in this playoff. Wow. So I just drove it great right down the center. The kid from the Philippines, he hit it left in the trees, but he still had a shot if he hit it over this one tree. It wasn't super high, but he thinned it. Oh. So it hit the tree and kicked out. It ended up about 80 yards short of the green. So I have an 8-iron into the green, and I decided to hit it long and left to the green to short side myself.
A good decision,
which is wonderful. Yeah,
we got to talk about your decision making later.
Yeah. And so I'm completely short sided because the pin's in the very left, and so the kid has this 80-yard shot and he sticks it to about 3 feet.
Oh,
in the entire playoff, he had made every 3-footer on all of the holes to stay in it. So like, even though these greens are just wonderful, he was just making all of them. So he's licking his chops here. He's like, yes, I definitely have the advantage because the odds of me making the up and down.
Yeah, because you were dead over there.
I had about a 20-yard chip with 10 feet of green to work with. It was all rough, was uphill, and then it was flat on the top for a couple feet of fringe, and then it was straight down to the hole.
Oh my God!
Yeah, nothing.
So I had nothing to work with, and And I had a clump of grass right behind my
Of course
ball,
you
which
did.
was wonderful. And
Jeez.
yeah,
And
it
it
was
started
great.
raining, and then thunder, and
The
lightning.
birds were
and-
circling overhead. The wind picked up.
Yeah, but I just picked a spot just in the very close part of the fringe
Yep.
to me, and I chipped, and it landed right there. And I knew as it was going to go down the hill, it was going to break a little left, and it was just right on line. And it hits the dead center of the flag
And stuff like
and
that.
hangs on the lip.
Your dad's screen thought it went in.
Yeah, he thought
Right.
it went in. He went
'Cause
crazy.
he went nuts, and that's what it said.
He was going like, ah.
So you had to apologize.
Yeah, I was like, sorry about
He
that.
did a Justin Leonard thing, man. They were running across the green. He thought he won it. But,
Yeah, he thought I made
but
it.
well, so wow.
Darren went running across the green in his boot.
Yeah,
in his
He
boot.
booted it.
In
Yeah.
his boot?
From his angle,
Etiquette.
because he was standing
Can't
like
boot across the green.
he was standing just right of me, and where the ball kicked to him, and from their angle, it looked
looked
like it was
good in.
pinned between the lip and the pin.
So did you walk up
So-
and tap it in? And
Yeah, I walked up and tapped it in, and then
range,
Uh,
pitching and chipping green, 2 large
Keep going.
putting.
so,
Keep going.
did you hear music and voices in your head at
I
that
did.
moment,
I
like we
did.
just did?
Are your headphones working now?
yes, they are.
Just checking.
So
These are wonderful.
in match play, you can do that. Do you have to ask permission to finish? Because match play, oh, you weren't match play. Never mind, you're stroke play. You're good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So,
I forgot. You were not.
so then he just didn't make the 3-footer.
So you got to be a little
which,
surprised there. You thought you were going next hole.
I was a little, like after the 4th hole, I'm like, you know what? I would not be surprised if this went all 18 holes.
Could you imagine?
So
Well, how exciting. And
yeah,
congratulations, because that's a huge win. But we got to
Thank
tell
you.
you about the huge news. This is kind of a full circle, because Amelia, to my right over here, was the youngest participant and still is the youngest participant ever to play in the First Tee Open. Back when you played, I think it was it before Nature Valley, or was it the Nature Valley First Tee Open?
It was the Nature Valley.
Okay.
Open.
And you were in 8th grade.
Yeah.
You were the youngest player ever to
Yeah.
compete in
I
that.
turned 14 like 2 days before.
Yeah, it was,
Wow.
and which is pretty young for this event, but you had the talent and you were planning on moving, and so we wanted to get you in that event.
It was my
And
favorite event of all time.
It was too cool, and then and it's a huge event. And then a few years later, in like 2015, his older brother got in and had a pretty good run with it, and ended up winning the event. And then 2 days ago, it was announced that Owen Avrit, this young man right here, he has been selected to play in it. So how cool is that? You're going to Pebble
Yeah,
Beach,
I'm super
and it is
excited.
now called. It's a different name for it now. It's called the Pure Insurance Championship at Pebble to
impacting the first.
impacting the First Tee. But it's the same event. They just have a bigger company to pay, and so and it's a tour event with a Champions Tour, and with the likes of Freddie Couples and all the
Yeah.
Tom Watsons and stuff. So I couldn't be more excited for you. It just makes total sense, and can't wait. We've already almost filled up our bus. We take a bus up of our First Tee kids to come watch, and we can't wait to do that to watch you. So. How did you found out right before your final round down in San Diego?
Yeah, I found out at like 5:30 in the morning as I was driving to the golf course.
Did you got a
because
text or something?
Although I was like in the top quarter of the field, I went off first at 6:30.
Why didn't
It,
they?
it
have-
made
they
no
don't-
sense.
so there's no logic to the.
Yeah.
So the leaders did not go off
It
last.
did not. No, they went off like
That's
at
bizarre.
They-
9
They did that so like they did it with the girls as well.
for the cut line. I
yeah,
think.
so the cut line would be determined before everyone was in.
Oh, I see. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But-
no, I get. Yeah, that makes sense. Well,
But the
anyways,
day before, I teed off at 6:50.
So yeah,
two
so
bright
you
and
teed
early
off like
mornings for
you were
me.
like still wet grass and.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, and I'm so proud of you, because I know it's been one of your goals.
Yeah.
And when I asked years ago after your brother won if you made it, you said two things. And what are your goals now? Since your brother won it, what were your goals?
So since he won by 1, I'm gonna win by 2.
You're going to win by 2, and are you going to try to beat their score? They won at 20, right? Weren't they
Yeah,
20 under?
but I mean the conditions could be different. Like
So you just want to
so
win by 2.
I just want to win by 2.
So just one more than your brother won by.
Yeah. I told him that right after we won.
I know you did. That was too cool. So, and we don't know who he's playing with yet, Mike. So that's done like the night before the start. They have pairings, but
Is it in September? Again?
last week in September.
Okay.
And
Cool.
and they play Poppy Hills and Pebble Beach, and I can't. In Poppies, it's awesome. I like
Yeah.
So
Love that course.
So I know it's just a great golf course, and since they've redone it and stuff, like so we went up and play it. Did we go? Did we go?
Oh
play
yeah,
that?
we've played it. I played it with Nicky a bunch of times. But it's funny how when they first changed it, how many people didn't like it.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of grown in a little bit.
Well, they're so traditional up there. They're thinking
I love
you
it.
can't
I think
change
it's
this,
great.
but now I think it's better than it was.
I do too.
At first, I was one of those. They can't change it.
We played it. First time I ever played it was after the AT&T. That was rough.
right.
Talk about rough. That was insanely rough. I've never seen rough that big before.
So
Well, now you don't have to worry about that.
I know.
Yeah.
That's just it. That was my point. Now you don't have to worry.
But you'll
about
find
it.
that one piece of grass that Owens' ball always ends up. In front
Oh, totally. But he's got
But
that
I'll get
shot.
it up
He
and
got
down.
the shot.
I don't have
He
that
hits
shot.
the pin with those shots.
He has that shot. Amelia has that shot.
We don't have that.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
I don't have that shot.
Sometimes I don't
So
have that shot.
under
You don't
the,
have that shot either?
Under the
Sometimes not.
conditions, was that one of your
Golf is
best
hard.
shots?
It is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
It was
I
under
actually-
under the
I
circumstances.
actually don't know how it didn't go in, really,
too
because
funny.
it wasn't even going that fast.
You know, it's funny too. Darren's out there. This is the fifth hole out there, right?
Yeah.
They wouldn't let him. They wouldn't drive him in with his broken foot and his hole
What?
and his grass. They wouldn't give him a ride in the cart.
Well, it's because he booted across the green.
It could be
I don't
because he
think
left
I
boot
would have.
marks.
I would have drive the guy in either if he was booting
It
across
could be the big
green.
boot mark. It could be the jumped up boot mark. But
You
they
know.
still, the guy's broken.
Yeah,
They
the
wouldn't
fifth
give.
hole's way out there.
It's where they wouldn't give a ride in. Do we have another minute?
We have about a minute.
All right, your highlights. Any hole in ones?
Yes.
How many?
2.
How many was that?
2.
How many you got, Mike?
I have mini golf. I've lost count.
You're like,
I'm sorry.
yeah, you're studying the mini golf. Low score.
Low score. Well, on a par 68, it was a 65. On a par 70, it's a 67. And a par
Nice.
72, it's 68.
Good.
Wow, I
shot
love
like-
the detail.
Oh yeah, they
Shot it
know
like-
every
I
shot.
literally shot 68 probably like 10 times. And every time there's like a 2-footer that missed each round.
You always remember that. My low score was 61 as well, and I 3-putted the first green. It's always that
Nice.
story.
Wow.
So I always, why not? I hold a 4-iron. You don't tell about that. It's
Right.
3-putted the first green.
Right.
You know, that's how our brains work. It's weird. Well, Owen, congratulations on all your success, and you too, Amelia.
Thank you very
And
much.
it's a pleasure to know not only you guys great,
Awesome to have you
great
guys in
golfers.
here.
You're both great human beings, and I hope that the first tee. I know your parents have so much to do with that, but I hope the first tee helped a little with that because
Absolutely.
the first tee is all about character
Exactly.
and stuff. So,
All right.
so congratulations, you both. We got to take a break, and we'll come back. I know you got to leave, but Owen Hicks, stick around. I want your opinion on the Open.
Yep.
All right.
Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy. Be right back right here on the Golf Talk Radio Network. Stay with us.